The water rippled violently as Jamie's hand gripped my wrist, pulling me underwater in a sudden desperate plunge. I surfaced gasping, her face inches from mine, eyes wide with a terror I'd never seen. Maeve, I can't pretend anymore. I've been in love with you since freshman year. My heart stopped, the chlorine stinging my eyes less than the betrayal of years assuming she was straight, untouchable, safe. In the sweltering heat of a Southern California summer, UCLA's campus felt like a pressure cooker of ambitions and secrets. Maeve Rivera was a junior majoring in journalism, always chasing the next story while burying my own. Jamie Thompson, my roommate and best friend since orientation week, was the golden girl. Cheerleader vibes, sorority smiles, and a string of frat boy dates that made her seem as straight as an arrow. We'd bonded over late-night ramen and shared dreams. Me, escaping my conservative Texas family. Her from a polished Orange County upbringing where emotions were as curated as Instagram feeds. That day at the campus pool was supposed to be just another escape from final stress. The Olympic-sized basin shimmered under the relentless sun, surrounded by palm trees swaying like lazy sentinels. Students lounged on deck chairs, laughter echoing off the concrete. I dove in first, the cool water a balm against the 95-degree scorch. Jamie followed, her athletic frame cutting through the waves with effortless grace. She was wearing that red bikini, the one she swore made her feel invincible, and I tried not to stare, tried not to let my crush flicker into view. We swam laps side by side, our strokes sinking like they always did. "Race you to the end," she yelled, her voice bubbling with that infectious energy. I pushed harder, lungs burning, but she beat me by a hair. Floating on our backs afterward, staring at the cloudless sky, she turned to me. "Maeve, what if life isn't what we think it is? What if we've been fooling ourselves?" I laughed it off. Deep thoughts for a pool day, Jamie. Too much philosophy class. But her expression didn't crack. That's when she grabbed my wrist and yanked me under. The world muffled, bubbles rushing past. When we broke the surface, her confession hit like a tidal wave. "I've been in love with you since freshman year." The words hung there, dripping with impossibility. I treaded water, stunned, my mind reeling back through our history. Sleepovers where we'd talk until dawn. Her head on my shoulder during movie marathons. The way she'd defend me against homophobic whispers in the dorms. I'd come out to her sophomore year, bracing for rejection, but she'd hugged me tight. "You're my Maeve, nothing changes that." I'd assumed her support was allyship, not something deeper. Straight girls didn't fall for their lesbian friends. Or did they? "Jamie, what the hell?" I sputtered, swimming to the edge and hauling myself out. Water pooled around my feet as I wrapped a towel tight like armor. She followed, her blonde hair slicked back, looking vulnerable for the first time. "I know it's crazy. I've dated guys to fit in, to convince myself it was just a phase. But it's not. It's you." We sat on the lounge chairs, the sun drying our skin while my world tilted. Around us, life continued. Frisbees flying, music blasting from a speaker, but we were in a bubble. I felt a rush of emotions, joy, fear, anger. Why now? Why keep this from me? My voice cracked, echoing the hurt of unrequited pining I'd buried deep. She reached for my hand, her fingers trembling. "My family's complicated. Dad's a pastor, Mom's all about appearances. Coming out would shatter everything. But hiding from you? It's killing me." Tears mixed with pool water on her cheeks. I wanted to pull away, but instead I squeezed her hand. In that moment, under the California sun, our friendship cracked open, revealing a love I'd never dared hope for. As the afternoon faded, we walked back to our dorm in silence, the weight of her words pressing down. That night, over pizza in our tiny room, we really talked. Jamie confessed how she'd questioned her sexuality in high school, kissing a girl at a party and panicking. College was her fresh start, but meeting me changed everything. "You're brave, Maeve. Out and proud." I envied that. I shared my side. The crushes I'd hidden, the fear of ruining our bond. By midnight, laughter returned, tentative kisses followed. It was soft, exploratory, like discovering a new language. No rush, just the thrill of possibility. But even then, shadows loomed, her family's expectations, campus gossip, the drama waiting to unfold. The next weeks blurred into a secret romance. Stolen moments in the library stacks, Hikes in the Santa Monica Mountains where we'd hold hands away from prying eyes. Jamie blossomed, her confidence growing as she explored this side of herself. I fell harder, her laughter my soundtrack, her touch electric yet innocent. But cracks appeared. Her ex, Tyler, a football jock, started texting obsessively. "He senses something's off," she whispered one night, deleting messages. I brushed it off, but jealousy simmered. Then came the sorority formal. Jamie insisted on going with Tyler as a cover. Her eyes pleading. "Just this once to keep suspicions low." I nodded, but it stung. Watching her leave in a sparkling dress, arm linked with his, I paced our room, doubts creeping in. Was this real, or was I her experiment? The night dragged, ending with her stumbling in at 2 a.m., makeup smudged. "Nothing happened," she swore, pulling me close. But the seed of mistrust was planted. Midterms hit and our bubble burst. Jamie's parents visited, all smiles and judgment. Over brunch at a trendy Westwood cafe, her dad grilled me about my lifestyle, his voice laced with southern charm masking disdain. Jamie stayed silent, laughing off his comments. Later alone she apologized. I froze. "I'm not ready." Hurt boiled over. "Then what are we doing?" We argued, voices rising until she stormed out. That night she didn't come home. Panic set in. I called, texted, nothing. By morning a note on my pillow. "Need space. Love you." Space turned to days. Campus felt empty without her. I threw myself into classes, interviewing sources for a piece on LGBTQ rights. But every rainbow flag reminded me of us. Rumors swirled. Jamie seen with Tyler again. My heart shattered. Then a knock at the door. Jamie, eyes red, holding flowers. "I messed up. Let's talk." We sat on the worn couch in our dorm, the air thick with unspoken regrets. Jamie set the flowers, wild daisies my favorite, on the coffee table littered with textbooks. "Maeve," I panicked with my parents. Seeing Dad's face, hearing his words. It brought back all the fear. Her voice trembled, hands twisting in her lap. I wanted to stay mad to protect myself from more pain, but her vulnerability cracked my resolve. "You left me hanging, Jamie. And Tyler? What's that about?" She flinched. "He's just a friend now. The rumors are bullshit." I went to his place to crash, nothing more. Trust wavered, but I nodded. We rebuilt slowly, like mending a frayed quilt. Dates became intentional. Picnics at Griffith Park, overlooking the sprawling Los Angeles lights. We'd talk about futures. Me dreaming of investigative reporting in New York, her eyeing law school to fight for equality. "One day I'll come out," she promised under the stars. "With you by my side." Our love deepened, laced with the drama of secrecy. Friends noticed changes. Jamie ditching sorority parties for quiet nights in. Whispers followed. "Are they?" We laughed them off, but tension built. Then came the betrayal that nearly broke us. It started innocently. Jamie's phone buzzed during a study session. She glanced, paled, and silenced it. "Who was that?" I asked casually. "Mom." Nothing big. But her evasion gnawed at me. Later, alone, curiosity won. I peeked at her texts. Heart sinking, I read messages from an unknown number. "Miss our nights. When are you telling her?" Attached. A photo of Jamie kissing a girl I didn't recognize, time-stamped weeks ago. The room spun. Betrayal hit like a gut punch. When she returned, I confronted her, phone in hand. "Who the hell is this?" Tears streamed as she confessed. "Her name's Sarah. From high school. We reconnected online. It was before us, but I met her once after our fight. I was scared, confused." "Confused?" I yelled, pacing. "You cheated? With another girl?" The irony burned. Jamie sobbed. "It was a mistake. Kiss, nothing more." I stopped it, told her no. But I didn't delete the messages, stupid, I know. We screamed words like daggers. "You're just like the guys you dated, hiding, lying." I accused. She fired back. "And you're pushing me too fast. Not everyone's as out as you." The fight escalated, doors slamming, me storming out into the night. I crashed at a friend's, replaying memories. Our first kiss, her confession at the pool. Was it all a lie? Days blurred in isolation. Jamie bombarded me with apologies, voicemails pleading. Maeve, you're my everything. Please. Campus life amplified the drama. Tyler cornered me in the quad. Jamie's a mess. Whatever's going on, fix it. His concern twisted the knife. Did he know? I ignored him, focusing on my journalism project, channeling pain into words. A week later, Jamie ambushed me outside class. We need to talk. Really talk. We drove to the beach, Santa Monica Pier's lights twinkling as waves crashed. Sitting on the sand, she opened up fully. Sarah was my first crush. Seeing her again reminded me of the fear I ran from. But it confirmed, I want you, only you. I listened, anger thawing into understanding. Betrayal hurts, Jamie. How do I trust again? She took my hand. By giving me a chance to prove it. No more secrets. We cried, forgave, the ocean witnessing our renewal. Back on campus, our relationship evolved stronger, more honest. Jamie started therapy, unpacking family baggage. I supported her, our bond a lifeline. But external storms brewed. Her parents announced a surprise visit for Parents' Weekend. Panic set in. What if they find out? She fretted. We planned carefully. Act like roommates, nothing more. The weekend arrived, her folks beaming in tailored outfits. Over dinner at a fancy Italian spot, conversation flowed. Until her dad asked about boyfriends. Anyone special, Jamie? He probed. She hesitated, glancing at me. Actually, Dad. There's someone. My heart raced. Her name's Maeve. Silence exploded. Her mom's fork clattered. What do you mean? Her? The revelation unleashed chaos. Her dad ranted about sin and disappointment, quoting Bible verses. Mom cried, blaming college influences. Jamie stood firm. I love her. This is who I am. They stormed out, cutting off contact and her tuition. Drama peaked. Jamie moved in fully with me, our dorm a sanctuary amid fallout. Friends rallied. Some supportive, others judgmental. Tyler surprisingly became an ally. Love who you love, he shrugged. As semesters turned, we navigated hardships. Jamie worked part-time at a coffee shop, applying for scholarships. I freelanced articles, our dreams deferred but shared. Love deepened through trials, romantic gestures small but meaningful. Notes in lunchboxes, dances in the kitchen. Yet doubts lingered. One night, after a grueling shift, Jamie broke down. What if they're right? What if I'm ruining your life? I held her. You're my life. Spring brought renewal but also fresh conflicts. Jamie's family silence weighed heavy, her phone checks habitual. Maybe they'll come around, she'd say, hope flickering. I encouraged her, but inwardly feared the void would pull her back. Our romance flourished publicly now. Hand-holding on campus, kisses at parties. UCLA's progressive vibe helped, but not everyone approved. A sorority sister, bitter from rejection, spread vicious rumors. Jamie's just experimenting. Watch her go back to guys. Whispers followed us like shadows. Then the ultimate test, Pride Month. We volunteered at LA's parade. Rainbow flags waving under sunny skies. Jamie's energy soared, painting signs, chanting slogans. This is freedom, she beamed. But amid the joy, a call shattered it. Her mom voice strained. Your father's had a heart attack. Come home. We flew to Orange County that night, tension thick. At the hospital, her family greeted us coldly. Dad, pale in bed, glared at me. You're the reason for this stress, he accused. Jamie defended. No, Dad. Hiding who I am caused this. Arguments erupted in hallways, nurses intervening. During recovery, Jamie stayed, bridging gaps. I returned to campus alone, anxiety gnawing. Days stretched, her texts sparse. Talking a lot. Miss you. Paranoia crept. Was she regressing? She returned changed, stronger but scarred. Dad's stubborn but Mom's softening. They want me happy eventually. We celebrated with a road trip up the Pacific Coast Highway, wind in our hair, stopping at Big Sur's cliffs. There, overlooking crashing waves, Jamie proposed a future. Marry me someday? Laughter mixed with tears. Yes, 1,000 times. But drama wasn't done. Sarah resurfaced, emailing Jamie. Heard about you and Maeve. Happy for you but miss what we had. Jamie showed me immediately. Block her, I suggested. She did, but the intrusion reopened wounds. Campus activism pulled us in. I wrote an op-ed on queer rights, featuring our story anonymously. It went viral, drawing support and backlash. Hate mail arrived, threats scrawled. One night, our dorm window shattered from a thrown rock. Police investigated, but fear lingered. Jamie wavered. Is this worth it? The danger. I held her tight. Love always is. We installed security, leaned on community. Summer internship separated us. Me in San Francisco for a newspaper, her in DC for a legal aid group. Distance-tested bonds, late-night calls, care packages. But temptation lurked. In SF I met Riley, a charismatic editor who flirted shamelessly. You're taken, I reminded myself, but loneliness amplified doubts. Jamie confessed similar struggles. A coworker asked me out. I said no, but it made me think. Honesty stung but strengthened us. We're human, I said. But we're committed. Reunited in fall, passion reignited. Senior year loomed, futures beckoning. Jamie applied to law schools, me to grad programs. But her family's olive branch complicated things. An invitation home for Thanksgiving. Without influences. Go, I urged. Heal. She did alone. Days without contact tortured me. She returned distant. They want me to try therapy to fix this. Outrage boiled. No way. The fight was epic. You're choosing them over us? I accused. She snapped. I'm trying to have both. Doors slammed again. Weeks of cold shoulders followed. I buried in work, she in studies. Friends mediated, but pride blocked reconciliation. Then a health scare. I fainted in class, stress-induced. Hospitalized briefly, Jamie rushed in. I can't lose you. Tears flowed. Neither can I. We vowed communication, therapy together. As graduation approached, our mended bond faced final trials. Job offers pulled us apart. Me to a New York Times fellowship, Jamie to a firm in Boston. Long distance, she worried. We'll make it, I assured, but uncertainty loomed. Her family thawed slowly. Mom called, awkward but genuine. We miss you. Bring Maeve next time. Hope sparked. We visited for Christmas, tensions high but civil. Dad grumbled, but listened as Jamie shared stories of our love's resilience. It's real, she insisted. A grudging nod, progress. Back in LA, campus buzzed with cap and gown excitement. We planned a post-grad road trip. Route 66, chasing American dreams. But betrayal struck again, subtly. Sorting mail, I found a letter for Jamie from Sarah. Thinking of you. If things change. Rage surged. Why is she writing? Jamie paled. I don't know. I blocked her online. We investigated. Sarah had stalked her address via mutual friends. The incident united us against external threats. No more hiding, Jamie declared. She came out publicly on social media, posts going viral. Support flooded. Family reached out, mixed reactions. Graduation day dawned bright. We walked the stage, cheers echoing. At the party, Jamie pulled me aside. Maeve, through all the drama, the lies, fights, heartbreaks, you've been my anchor. Kisses followed, public and proud. Post-college, we moved to New York together, Jamie deferring Boston for a local opportunity. City life amplified our story. Bustling streets, diverse crowds embracing us. Challenges persisted, job stresses, family reconciliations, but love prevailed. Years later, at our wedding in Central Park, her parents attended, Dad walking her down the aisle. I'm proud, he whispered. Vows exchanged, rings slipped on, symbolizing triumph over adversity. Our journey taught us. Love isn't flawless. It's messy, dramatic, laced with pain and joy. But in embracing truth, we found humanity's core. Forgiveness, growth, connection. Reflecting on that pivotal pool day, life had unfolded in waves of drama and redemption. We faced more storms. A career setback for me, Jamie's bout with anxiety. But therapy, community, and unwavering support carried us. One evening, strolling Brooklyn Bridge, Jamie stopped. Remember my confession? Scariest moment ever. I smiled. Best one too. We kissed as the sun set over Manhattan, skyline aglow. Our story inspired others, a book I wrote, Pools of Truth, chronicling queer journeys. Readings drew crowds, Jamie by my side sharing our tale. Family fully embraced. Holidays together, no more shadows. Dad even marched in pride, sign reading proud dad of a lesbian. In quieter moments we'd lounge by our apartment pool. Ironic echo, whispering futures. Kids entered our world. Twins via surrogate, filling home with chaos and love. Ages passed. Silver streaked our hair. At our 25th anniversary, surrounded by loved ones, we renewed vows. Through betrayal and bliss, Jamie toasted, "You're my forever." Our end? Not tragic but poignant. In twilight years, holding hands in a California nursing home. Back to roots, we reflected. "No regrets," she murmured. I nodded. "Only love." Our legacy. A foundation for generations, proving love's power in a divided world. Humane, resilient, eternal.